Please. Oh my god, let me call you.
We are gonna do a... Oh god.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Today, we gonna be talking about gay
Versus lesbian.
Oh!
We did that
Oh, that
right.
was like... Oh yeah, I cut my hair, by the way.
Beautiful.
We are gonna start on first date. So, when a gay guy goes on a first date with another gay guy, we have sex.
Whatever we say, it's from our experience.
Yeah, like,
It's not for everyone.
yeah, I feel like gay guys are like hoes. Like my first date with my boyfriend, we like, honestly, it wasn't even a first date. I thought it was a booty call. Apparently it wasn't.
Booty call?
Apparently it wasn't.
I mean, you got a relationship out of it.
So like, you just like text and then you're like, oh, can I come to your house? Or like, can you come to my house? And then you guys like, I was like, and then you're like, oh, so what's your name? Honestly, I feel bad because what if it's not like that? First dates,
Gay guys.
sex, then we get to know each other and then we see what happens from there. So, how is it with gay girls?
I feel like it varies. It could go that route. Girls are super romantic. So
Yeah.
it's very like, oh, like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, let's do
Yeah,
this.
guys are more like,
Fuck it.
yeah, booger, listen.
I mean, girls can be like that too.
I feel like we did get into that subject where we're gonna talk about.
Sex.
So, how does it work with you?
Sex varies, of course, for each couple. Some people use things, some people don't. Like, some girls are just like, let's do this, like, let's go. And then some girls are just like, they want to get to know you, you know? They don't want to, they want to, like, they don't just have sex.
Yeah. So, how's like the leading to it?
It's very
Is it
subtle
kissing?
at first.
Oh.
There's always that tension. You know, you'll kiss, you'll get close, they'll start, you know,
Yeah.
touching
Touching
you.
stuff. That's good, that's good.
But yeah, what about them gay boys?
So, it's like, I feel like it's more aggressive, you know? I mean, yeah, when you love a guy, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's different, but like,
course.
when it's like the first time and it's like, it's so aggressive, because you're just there to like,
Do it.
and it's really awkward with guys, because you can't, it's not like girls that you can like, you're like
Just-
there, and like, you're just like there, you know?
I love how you showed it.
You need to plan that shit.
You can't have like sudden.
No, you can't have sudden. You gotta clean yourself. I'm just saying that it's like you need. It's prep. There's a prep. You know.
Yeah, of course.
You need to get a condom.
If you want to use a condom.
Yes, you
You
should.
should.
Please, you do. And test yourself. Test yourself.
Even girls too. Just make sure your shit's together.
Test
Okay?
yourself.
You don't necessarily have to shave if you don't believe in that, but just please make sure you're good
Yeah.
down there.
Third topic: jealousy.
Jealousy. Okay, so girls get jealous a lot. A lot. I think it's partly because like there's emotions involved and girls get emotional and stuff. And I used to be very like that. I've grown a lot thanks to you. If it was not for you and you teaching me how to be so understanding, I'd probably
cold.
and cold.
With no emotion.
Cause yeah, you're like Destiny. Like what the fuck? Like
I talk. Destiny wonderful.
yeah, I think girls tend to get because they're territorial. When two girls are together, well, it depends on the girl too. But like shit.
With guys, we are, but we hide it.
I think it's because it's like a guy thing.
So we're like, oh, like I don't care what you do.
For
What is more accepted?
unfortunately, being lesbian is more accepted socially, especially when two girly girls are involved, because girls look at it as like, oh, like that's so cute, you know? Not all girls. And of course guys are like, oh my god, that's so hot. And I hate when guys are like, oh, I'm okay with gay people if it's two girls. It's like, okay, then you're not okay with gay people. And you're not even okay with gay girls as long as it's at your advantage.
I hate it. With girls, in a nature, they're more accepting, you know? They're more like accepting and they're like, oh, that's so cute. But guys, because we like live in a society that has like that like gender role, you know, of like in a relationship, you know, like guys being like the more like macho. When a straight guy sees like a gay couple that are two guys, rarely they'll accept it. Hey, when guys are like, oh, you can be gay, but just don't show it. Don't like hold hands or like kiss in public.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I kiss in public with my boyfriend and you and your girlfriend can kiss in public?
It's like, okay, I'm not here to make you feel uncomfortable. Like, it's just, it is what it is. If you say you accept it, you accept all of it. And if you're a straight guy who happens to be watching this, gay girls are not here for your pleasure, okay? I can promise you that. It's just so annoying.
Yeah.
Because I get that so much.
Yeah, it's so weird. And also when like gay guys, you like tell them like, oh, like I'm gay, and they're like, oh, so you're a virgin. I know you want to say something about that.
Ugh, this guy was like, oh, like you're cute. Da-na. I'm like, thanks, but I'm gay. She's like, you're gay? So he's like, you've never had sex? I was like, I've had sex. It's just
but with a girl because I am gay.
Yeah, he was just like, so you're a virgin. I'm like, okay. I don't need a thingy to have sex. That would be like a girl being like, oh, like I'm attracted to you. And you're like, oh, like that's great, but I'm gay. And they're like, oh, but you've never had sex because there's not a vagina involved. Like, does that make sense to you?
No.
I mean,
sex is not sticking anything in anything. Sex is what you want sex to be. Yeah. You know?
I feel like everyone has their own definition of what sex
what sex is.
And I feel like whatever, as long as you're not hurting anybody and you're just doing you, then just
do you.
Yeah, do you.
Please be accepting of all and everyone. And if you're not, just
be respectful.
Yeah.
Just be respectful.
You cannot agree with it.
And don't try to change anybody because nobody's gonna change.
Yeah. And it's not your life either. It's like, what?
Oh.
Physical appearance. Gay guys are more like prone to be preppy in a sense.
They're just better.
Keeping your hair like nice. There's some guys that are a little bit more like laid back and stuff, but I have yet to meet a gay guy that really doesn't care about
their appearance.
So how do they look like?
Okay.
Because they're like a really like distinct like.
Well, there's different types of lesbians, actually. Femme is what I am.
Aww, you consider yourself a femme. What's the girly girls? So there's like the more like girls that look like dudes, and then more like girls that look like girls.
Yes. I feel like though with girls you could be more versatile than guys. Mm-hmm. Because girls, it's like, okay, I can like rock guy clothes one day and still have like my hair down and my makeup done.
Attachment.
Okay, attachment. So for lesbians, we get attached quick.
Yeah.
Like, once we're with someone and we like them and we're like, oh shit, this is gonna be the person we date, that's when we're like, boom. Like, everywhere you go, even if it's just a grocery store or like anything, you're like, oh, babe, let's go here. Babe, let's go there. Like, there's not a moment where you're not spending time with your girlfriend.
Guys like to be hoes, you know? Like, guys like to fool around. But then when guys, like, find an actual, like, pair that they actually, like, I feel like then they're the same thing as girls. So attached. It's just, like, non-stop. Like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, you know? Like, non-stop calling, non-stop texting. Like, that's what me and Hunter are, you know?
Aww.
Yeah.
You guys are so cute. I also think it's important, though, to be your own person when you're in that.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think a lot of people lose themselves in a relationship. I have done that, where you lose completely who you are.
And your happiness is dependent on that person. Yeah,
and I feel like as much as you are attached to the person that you love, that's great. But just make sure you're doing you as well. Make sure you're hanging out with your friends. Make sure you're doing everything you need to do to take care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're still yourself. You still have a life outside of this person. And but it's okay, you know? That's really good advice. You should learn how to love yourself first before anything. Because a relationship is just like an add-on to your life. Yeah. It's like something
Extra.
Like, your life should already be great, and that person should just make it even, like a bonus.
A little ranch on top of your salad. Roles.
Like, who's the guy, who's the girl?
Yeah. People always ask, like, when I'm like, oh, I have a boyfriend, they're like, but who's the guy?
I hate that question.
And I'm like, what? I'm a guy, and he's a guy. We're both guys. We're both the guy. Like, what do you mean? So the question you should ask, I mean, you shouldn't ask anyone because it's not your life, but the question that should be asked is, who's the most dominant in the relationship? There are some relationships that is completely equal. In guy relationships, like, most of the times there's, like, the most dominant one. But I feel like girls, there's more of a dominant one in them, or no?
I feel like it varies. If you're talking about a typical, if there's like a stud lesbian and there's like a feminine lesbian, it's kind of obvious who would be portrayed as the guy. Or the dominant one. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the one that's a stud is the guy. I feel like with two, like, from the relationship that you know, even though I've dated other girls, I would consider myself to be in one relationship just because it was like the serious one. It was like we took turns
with roles. So it doesn't
dominant. It's just like there were days where, like, you know, she was dominant. There were days where I was dominant, and that even happens among straight couples as well. You know, there's the guy, he'll be like, baby, you know, and the girl will be like, oh, get off me.
And it's not really who's the girl and who's the guy. It's more like who's the more dominant. You shouldn't classify as like who's the girl and who's the guy, you know, because then people think that that's the only acceptable way of a relationship.
Yeah, and don't assume who's dominant, who's not.
Yeah.
Because you'd be surprised.
That was gay
versus lesbian.
These are gay.
Ovary girls. They are. I say gay. I prefer the word gay over lesbian.
Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for the input, for like the positive feedback. It really meant a lot to me.
And for the people that like promoted us.
But yeah,
that was
and like
so nice.
that was really hard. I never like shared that with like so many people, you know? And it was nice.
So, with that being said,
give
us ideas.
Yes.
Subscribe. Message us. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Lesbian
versus
gay boy.
Beijus. We out.
Beijus.